Good evening. In the news for tonight, Jordan will host tomorrow a meeting for Syria's neighboring countries. Jordan expresses its firm support for Syria's security, unity, and sovereignty. And France, Germany, Italy, and Britain say they back an Arab plan to rebuild Gaza. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in detail. Jordan will host a meeting of Syria's neighboring countries tomorrow to discuss cooperation on combating terrorism, drug and arms smuggling, and other shared challenges. Foreign Ministry spokesman Sufyan Liqda said the meeting will discuss ways to support the new Syrian government and people in their efforts to rebuild their country. Discussions will also cover the voluntary return of Syrian refugees. Al-Liqda said the meeting will be attended by foreign ministers, defense ministers, chiefs of staff, and intelligence directors from Jordan, Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon. Jordan has expressed its firm support for Syria's security, unity, and sovereignty. In a statement, the Foreign Ministry strongly condemned external interventions and attempts by certain groups to undermine Syria's security, destabilize its institutions, and push the country into chaos and conflict. It also emphasized Jordan's backing for the Syrian government's efforts to safeguard national security, protect its citizens, and maintain law and civil peace. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said that more than 300 people had been killed in 2 days of clashes between the Syrian government forces and insurgents linked to ousted regime. Syrian authorities said the violence spiraled on Thursday when groups launched a deadly and well-planned attack on the government security patrols and checkpoints in the Jable area and surrounding countryside of the Latakia and Tartus governorates. In his first comments on the violence, President Ahmed al-Sharia said government forces would pursue remnants of past regime and bring them to trial. Meanwhile, curfews were declared in the coastal cities of Tartus and Latakia as security forces mounted combing operations in both cities and nearby mountains. An Israeli airstrike killed 2 Palestinians in Rafah in the southern Gaza Strip. The strike comes 1 day after an Israeli drone strike killed 2 people in Gaza. The fresh attacks come as a delegation from Hamas engages in ceasefire talks in Cairo with the Egyptian mediators who have been helping facilitate the talks along with officials from Qatar, aiming to proceed to the next stage of the deal, which could open the way to ending the war. An emergency meeting of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, has endorsed an Arab-led plan for the reconstruction of Gaza, drafted by Egypt. The gathering, held in the Saudi city of Jeddah, also issued a firm rejection of any proposals aimed at displacing Palestinians. In a final statement, the OIC called on the international community, as well as regional and global financial institutions, to urgently provide the necessary support for the reconstruction plan. It also stressed the need for a political roadmap to achieve a lasting and fair resolution, ensuring the Palestinian people's legitimate right to an independent state. The meeting further condemned recent Israeli military actions in Syria. The foreign ministers of France, Germany, Italy, and Britain said they backed a $53 billion Arab plan to rebuild Gaza that would provide displacing the enclave's residents. In a joint statement, the ministers said the plan sets out a realistic path to rebuilding Gaza and, if implemented, promises a rapid and sustainable improvement to the catastrophic living conditions in the Strip. Standard & Poor's has affirmed Jordan's long-term sovereign credit rating in both local and foreign currencies at BB with a stable outlook. The American rating agency noted that the stable outlook is underpinned by improvements stemming from sustained fiscal discipline and economic reforms, coupled with resilient growth performance despite external pressures. That's the end of our news for tonight. Thank you for watching.